So I am super excited to say that some really big changes are in the works. Hey guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 237, and today I want to give you guys an update on HearingLoss.com. But before I do, if you could do me a huge favor, click the like button, really helps out the channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. It is greatly appreciated. So if I'm being honest, it's been like 9 months since I've really talked about HearingLoss.com here on my channel. Now, I've been making video content over on HearingLoss.com and even the HearingLoss.com YouTube channel. So if you want to see some additional videos that you cannot see on my channel here, go over and check those out really quick. But the reason I wanted to touch base with you guys today is to really give you an update on what's going on with HearingLoss.com. And if you watched my previous video that I did on this, I think it was like vlog 197, I kind of gave you guys a explanation on like where HearingLoss.com came from and how I'm partnering with Audigy to really create this website that is a resource-heavy website that you can go to for information on hearing loss, not just for yourself, but for friends and family members who want to learn what they can do to help support you with hearing loss, as well as a hearing screener that you can take on that website to identify how much hearing loss you may have, and then to get you referred to someone who can help you with that. But really, about 9 months ago, the sticking point that we were running into is that with this partnership with Audigy, we were having a lot of the Audigy members on the provider locator on HearingLoss.com. And to be honest with you, a lot of their providers are fantastic, and a lot of their providers were already providers on the HearingUp.com network. And you guys know my network of HearingUp.com that is focused around best practices. So if you want a best practice provider, you go to HearingUp.com, you find that provider. But I really felt like I needed some more help from an organization that could really push that messaging further and faster, because the longer it takes us to get a really strong following online, the more that people struggle to find a really good hearing care professional who is focused on best practice audiologic care and making sure that the patient experience inside of their clinic is fantastic. But when I first started working to build this platform in conjunction with Audigy, we had the issue that we had a lot of providers on the locator over at HearingLoss.com that had not gone through the vetting process yet. So I wasn't able to say for 100% certainty that if you go to one of their providers, you're going to have a great experience and you're going to get best practices the whole way. So we have been working on this website. The content that we're creating over there is absolutely fantastic. The design of the website is fantastic. The only thing that was missing was this vetting aspect of the providers there. Now, and we've been, working really hard on this website to try to get it to be a website that is ranking really, really high. So if people are searching for information on hearing loss, that is ultimately what they would find. But as I said, the issue is that we needed to have providers who were essentially verified that they're doing the right thing. And the way I always say it is, a lot of providers are doing things 95% of the way, meaning that they're following 95% of best practices, and then there's that last 5% that they just need to tweak and start adding to make sure that they're comprehensive with providing best practice audiologic care. And so when we were having our back and forth of like, how do we solve this problem? Initially, we were trying to get a lot of the members through that are Audigy members and get them through this vetting process. And then I could also list them on HearingUp.com as a provider. So if you were to go to HearingUp.com, you'd find every single one of these members from Audigy that had gone through the vetting process, which is great. But it created this situation where I couldn't necessarily say for 100% certainty, like I said, that if you go to our provider locator on HearingLoss.com, that you would be able to find one of these vetted providers, because basically everyone was listed, including HearingUp.com members. But over the course of the last several months, we've really been working hard to figure out, like, what do we do to make sure that I can essentially refer you over to HearingLoss.com and guarantee that you're going to find a great provider when you go there after you're inspired to treat your hearing loss because of all the information that we have over there to guide you along the way. And we ultimately decided to actually remove, this is a big change, we decided to remove all of the providers who were not going through this vetting process to make sure that they were providing excellent patient care inside of their clinic and providing best practice audiologic care. Now, you guys have heard me talk about best practices ad nauseum at this point for the past 7 years on this channel, but basically I just want to make sure that if I'm going to stamp my name on something and I'm going to tell you to go to someone, I want to be extremely confident that when you go to that person, they're going to be doing the things that I talk about on this channel. And so when we finally made this decision to essentially, for lack of a better term, ensure that everyone listed on HearingLoss.com on the provider locator is doing everything the right way, so you can be super confident when you go to that person, and I can be super confident in recommending that you go to see any one of the providers on HearingLoss.com. And so we have essentially set a deadline. And we told the members, like, listen, if you want to be involved in this mission, in this movement of making sure that people with hearing loss have access to high quality information and high quality hearing healthcare, you either got to jump on and go through this vetting process, or we need to remove you from the site. And, so that's ultimately in conjunction with Audigy, that's what we decided to do. We decided to say, hey, here's the deadline. If you are not at least in the funnel to go through because it's pretty extensive, to go through this vetting process, then we're going to have to remove you, because I need to be able to be confident that when I'm sending someone there, that they're going to someone that I know is going to be doing things the right way. And so I feel like that is what we were on track to do. And I couldn't be more excited right now for the direction that HearingLoss.com is going. If I'm being honest, it's probably taken us a little longer than what I expected, but with any type of new thing that you launch, you're going to have hiccups, you're going to have learning challenges along the way, learning experiences along the way, and challenges along the way. And this is no different with HearingLoss.com. I still feel like the mission has not changed. We are really pushing to get as much informational content out there, because there's a lot of bad information online, and we need a hub for you to go to get high quality information on hearing healthcare. So over the course of the past about 2 months at this point, once we made this announcement, we have been having providers get vetted like crazy. So one of the requirements of getting vetted is that you have to go through an interview with me, and I have to do a lot of interviews with these providers, not just from my own network that's HearingUp.com, which I have some information about how these two programs are working together, which is very exciting as well, but I have to do all of these interviews for individuals who are getting essentially certified on HearingLoss.com, and each one of those interviews are 30 minutes, and imagine if I had 10 people getting vetted in a week. That is essentially 5 hours of my time, and 5 hours is like an insane amount of time when you look at my schedule and how busy it is. But the exciting thing is that it's been nonstop. I'm looking at my schedule, and I have new HearingLoss.com interviews coming up with providers, and we're getting them and their clinics and their clinicians all onboarded with HearingLoss.com. So it's been super exciting over the course of the past couple months. We have a goal, we have a target goal to reach by October to make sure that we have enough momentum with these new providers getting onboarded, that it makes sense to continue pushing this as hard as we really want to push it here towards the end of the year, and then of course in the first quarter of 2025. I want to make sure that I hit my stride with getting information out there about HearingLoss.com, and really for you guys to go check it out and let me know what you think, because if you ask me, I think that HearingLoss.com is a pretty impressive website already at this point, and we really only launched it a year and a half ago or so. I think it's just a matter of time before HearingLoss.com really takes over as the main information hub for hearing loss, hearing aids, vestibular information, pediatric hearing loss, like everything that has to do with your ears, basically. So how does this work along with HearingUp.com? So when I think of HearingUp.com, really this is just my referral network. This is the network that providers essentially join. They pay their membership fee. They go through a vetting process with me before they actually pay that membership fee, and if they're approved, they get added to this referral network. And then when people come and watch my video content, I say, hey, if you're looking for someone who follows comprehensive audiologic best practices, go over to HearingUp.com and find an excellent hearing care professional in your area. Now, HearingLoss.com is a little bit different than HearingUp.com. So HearingUp, I'm focused 100% on best practices, but one thing that I don't talk a lot about is the experience that you get when you go into a hearing clinic. Those are really two different things, because you can have best practices performed, but have it performed in a way that doesn't give you a great experience. And on the other hand, you can have a great experience, but if you don't get best practices, that's kind of not good either. But HearingLoss.com is really more about the experience with getting treatment with your hearing loss. And while I tend to be a little bit more tech focused on the hearing up side, because that's really where best practices are administered, is through the diagnostic testing of your hearing as well as the administration of hearing treatment. But HearingLoss.com is really more of like the social impact of hearing loss and how it can affect you and things that you need to consider when you're going through treatment and how it impacts other people and everything. And so it's really it's a beneficial website in terms of hearing up. I think that they're more synergistic than they are competitive, which is why I actually got involved with it. But here's the thing. You cannot be on hearing up without following best practices. You cannot be, as a provider, so if you're a provider, you cannot be listed on Hearing Up without providing best practices. And at the same time, if you're a provider, you cannot be listed on HearingLoss.com unless you follow best practices. So basically, when I was going back and forth and working on these problems with the team, we just decided, you know what, hey, let's just make a joint locator map. So if you go to HearingUp.com and you're looking for an excellent provider, or you're going to HearingLoss.com and you get inspired and you're like, you know what, I think it's time I want to treat my hearing loss, and you go to the provider locator, they're going to be the same locator now. Because essentially everyone who is vetted through the Hearing Up program are the same people who are vetted through the HearingLoss.com program, and vice versa. So it just makes sense to have one centralized located map locator for anybody, no matter where you go. So if you go to HearingUp.com and you're not finding the information that you're looking for, head over to HearingLoss.com. If you go to HearingLoss.com and you don't find the information you're looking for, go over to HearingUp.com. They are very supportive brands of each other. And like I said, not in a competitive way, because at the end of the day, I want one thing. And if I retire tomorrow, or if I retire in 30 years, there's one thing that I want to make sure. It's that you have an excellent place to go if you want to treat your hearing loss. And the way that I see it is that, whether HearingUp.com lives long after I'm gone, whether HearingLoss.com lives long after I'm gone, what I do know is that what we're building is going to last long after I am gone. And so that's why I'm putting so much time and energy into this, and it's why I'm partnering with partners that I think are truly the right fit for the message that I'm trying to share and the mission that I am on, because we are all on the same mission together. So I couldn't be more excited. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited about it. One other thing that I'm really excited about is that Audigy, so the practice management organization that I partnered with to develop HearingLoss.com, they have something called Team Summit that's going to be in Miami here in a couple of weeks from now. And I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to vlog this, because it is really all about making sure that these clinics and the providers in the clinics and the staff inside of the clinics are providing an excellent experience when you go in, and making sure that they're providing excellent treatment outcomes as well. And so I want to kind of vlog the excitement that's around that. I'll also be giving a course there, which will be exciting as well. We'll try to take a couple snips of that, and then I'll try to, kind of like I did with the launch of the Phonak Audiosphere Infinio hearing aids, I'll try to give you guys more of like a behind-the-scenes, vloggy, real-time experience there. So here in, let's say, early October or so, keep an eye out for my vlog that will be launching with that. Again, super excited about that. But nevertheless, let me know what you guys think about this plan to really up the game in terms of information that exists online as a resource for you, and what you guys think about us joining the MAPS to make sure that no matter where you go, you're going to find an excellent hearing healthcare professional. Let me know down in the comment section, and as always, I'll see you next week.